Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another update video on the channel. I'm going to be getting straight to the point here, so let's begin. Basically, for anybody who doesn't know, I went on a 2-month break. If you guys check, yeah, there are 2 videos uploaded within that time, but one of them is a meme, and the other one is, you know, a collaboration with Small Town Studios. So, you know, that's just kind of... those are their own things. We're talking about my main type of content here, which is, you know, Let's Plays. You'll notice that there has not been any Let's Plays uploaded for pretty much exactly 2 months. For anybody who isn't caught up, because I think I talked about it in my last update video. I may or may not have. I'm not really sure here. But basically, I talk about it a lot in the videos I've been making. But basically, I mentioned in like Mario Kart World Let's Play and stuff like that, that I was going on a 2-month break. Mainly because I feel like a lot of stuff's been going on personally, you know, just everything happening, right? Life is fun. So I decided, hey, this plus me making new Let's Plays every 2 weeks after the last one finishes, like my usual schedule, this is not really helping, you know, this is kind of not working out well for me. So I decided, since I was also kind of feeling a bit burned out, I decided, hey, I'm gonna go on a 2-month long break, where I'm not gonna record any Let's Plays, I'm just gonna kind of chill out, you know? And the only types of videos I'm gonna make for those 2 months are one-off videos. And that's, you know, exactly what I did, as you guys can see. But essentially, that 2-month break, at the time of this video coming out, is officially over. So, now, I kind of just wanted to talk about what the plans are for the channel, you know? I'm hoping this video won't be too long, but knowing me, it probably will be over 10 minutes, because you know how it is. Let's see if I can prevent that, though. Anyways. So, I mentioned before, I've mentioned it in my other Let's Plays when I briefly talked about it, even in the live streams for 2HD, I think. Like, I mentioned this a lot, that, I think even in the last update video I did, but essentially, Yokai Watch 3 was supposed to be the game that I would Let's Play after my 2-month break. That was supposed to be the Let's Play I'm gonna start soon. However, a lot of things happened. I'm not going to explain exactly how it happened, because I'm afraid, thanks to the circumstances, it could probably get me doxxed if someone looked into it good enough, so I'm just not going to, like, risk anything here. All I'll say is, I managed to find Donkey Kong Bonanza for $60 at a store. So, yeah. Because remember how I've mentioned before that things were kind of gonna change because of the Switch 2? Like, I've mentioned this in, like, many different videos before. But a lot of things are gonna start changing because of the Switch 2 games costing so much money. Because I'm not gonna drop $70 every time there's a new game. But since I've heard a lot of amazing things about Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I've also really wanted to play it myself, I got lucky and I managed to actually find it for $60. Like I said, I'm not going to explain exactly how, but I managed to get it. So that is going to be the next Let's Play. That is going to be the Let's Play that I will be starting probably within a couple days of this video coming out. That is basically the plan. But I want to go over more than just this, because I actually have a Let's Play schedule for Let's Plays that I've wanted to do, right? So, I'm gonna just get this out of the way. Essentially, I have no other Let's Plays really planned after these I'm about to mention, but this is essentially kind of my quote-unquote Let's Play schedule for pretty much the rest of the year. Well, not the rest of the year, but definitely a good portion of it. There's going to be Donkey Kong Bonanza starting soon. I'm gonna Let's Play episode Aegis, which I have mentioned before. If anybody watched like the Luigi's Mansion 2 HD streams, I brought up this a lot, that I was planning on Let's Playing it. I've officially decided this is going to happen. I will be Let's Playing it right after Donkey Kong Bonanza. And, you know, after episode Aegis is when I will finally be Let's Playing Yokai Watch 3. So I can finally wrap up the trilogy of localized Yokai Watch games, the mainline ones, and finally be done with that. That is essentially the plan. Because thanks to all of the... Because, you know, originally, I was just going to... Like, originally the plan was, since I really wanted to Let's Play episode Aegis, I was just going to Let's Play episode Aegis as my first game back. But now that, you know... And then, you know, after episode Aegis, I would obviously have Let's Played Yokai Watch 3. But now, since I managed to find Bonanza for $60, as if the prices never went up, I got really lucky. I'm not expecting this to happen again. I'm just letting y'all know. This might be the one time that I actually play a $70 Nintendo game close to release. Because, oh man, I got really lucky. Like I said, I'm not going to go over the direct circumstances for reasons I brought up before, but I got lucky. So thanks to all that happening, the schedule has kind of shifted a little bit. Because now I'm going to be Let's Playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, after that episode Aegis, and after that will be Yokai Watch 3. And after that, I don't really know what's going to happen. After that, it's kind of just whatever. I have a couple of games in mind, and I've honestly been, I'll save this for in a minute, what I was about to say. But essentially, I have some other games that I've been thinking of Let's Playing, because I've mentioned this before in other videos. Not sure if I mentioned it in the last update video or not, or last commentary, I'm not sure, but things are changing with my channel. This is a thing. Things are changing with my channel. What I mean by that is Nintendo no longer takes priority. The only reason that Bonanza takes priority is because I really want to play it. That's really it. But essentially, because of how pricey Nintendo games are going to be getting now, as much as I pretty much have built this channel up on Nintendo content, for the most part, unfortunately, it cannot be the priority anymore because, man, it just costs too much money. I cannot be dropping that much money on new games every 3-4 months. I really can't. But you know what I mean. Essentially, that's kind of the way things are going to be going from now on. So, I've been looking into other series that I might be interested in starting on the channel to kind of try and... Because my goal is, I still want my content to be... Like, I still want it to be the same way it was, just not with Nintendo games. Because, you know, it is going to be a rough shift. You know, I'm sure my viewer count... This could go two ways. My views are either going up or they're going down. Because there's no way things are just going to stay the same after I suddenly just... noticeable lack of Nintendo content. Because, yeah, I could play older Nintendo games, but I want to save those for when I have nothing better to Let's Play. The point is, thanks to the stuff with the prices, I don't want Nintendo games to be taking this big priority over my channel anymore, because I don't want to run into this situation again. If I just become a full-on variety channel, and I just do whatever, then I'm kind of safe from that, because hold on, if this other series I've been playing on the channel or whatever, the games start costing $70, you know what, I can just say screw it and play another series. I'm a variety channel after all, you know? I could just do what I want to do. I don't have to be like, frick, bruh, that is a lot of money for this new game. Well, I'm screwed. Like, at least that won't happen anymore, you know? But yeah, you know, like, I could give an example of one of the series that I've been really thinking of, and that's Yakuza, because that is a series that I know nothing about, but I know it looks cool, and I've had interest in potentially starting it for a long time. And I'm like, hey, there's a lot of games. I know the new game costs like $70, but the thing is, if I like play these through my Xbox, let's just be real, these games go on sale a lot. Like, a lot of these games go on sale a lot. So once one of the games goes on sale, I could just buy it, and, you know, we're good. It's like nothing happened. Just move on. But that's kind of the whole thing with this, you know? Essentially, that's, you know, one of the main series I've been thinking of starting. There's a couple of other ones, but I don't really want to bring those up right now. But now, let's get on to hopefully a shorter topic. Oh my god, it exceeded 10 minutes. I knew this would happen, but let's just, screw that. Let's just go over one of the other secondary topics of this update video. This is not going to be starting till after Yokai Watch 3, so this will not apply to Donkey Kong Bonanza, Episode Aegis, or Yokai Watch 3. But I've been debating on trying out a new style of content, because I think the big things that caused my overall burnout with my channel, aside from life stuff, was definitely the supercuts, because, man, the supercuts, ooh, that has gotten rough. The 2 supercuts I've done have both severely screwed with my channel. And so it's like, I'm trying to find a way to kind of redo that format without it kind of causing as much of a problem. And once again, this is all just potentially in concept, right? But the way things are going to be going is there is a good chance that I am going to start making one-off videos on games I want to try. Now, you're probably wondering, like, you know, what does that entail? You know how usually, once I start a game, it's just over. Like, 9 times out of 10, I'm Let's Playing through that entire game. Or I'm just straight up canceling it halfway through or whatever, which hasn't happened for years, but, you know. For example, if you guys remember, a long time ago now, I tried Let's Playing Subnautica. I made part 1, but then I realized, oh, frick, wait, I just replayed Subnautica earlier in that year. I don't know if I want to replay it again already. So I kind of decided to literally delete the video like an idiot, even though the video was actually so good, because I know, like, sorry, this is really off topic, but I know a lot about Subnautica. I freaking adore that game. That is, like, probably one of my favorite video games of all time. So I was really excited to start Let's Playing it. I already knew where everything was. I was really locked into it. But unfortunately, I realized after episode 1, dang it, I don't think I want to do this. I'm going to keep it like a buck. I don't think I want to do this, you know? I did just replay Subnautica earlier, like maybe, what was it, like 4 or 5 months earlier, and I'm weird with that, where I don't like to replay games. So, like, you know, too close to when I finish, like, a playthrough of that same game. So that didn't work out, and I deleted the video, because I'm like, oh, well, if I'm not gonna finish the Let's Play, let me, boop, gone. Like, no. That was a stupid idea. Honestly, if I still had that recording, I would re-upload it, because that was probably one of the most fun, singular, one-off videos I've ever made, just because of how much I love Subnautica. But essentially, the reason why I'm bringing up that example is, for example, with Yakuza, right? This is where this is gonna start. I am probably going to kind of rebrand the way I do my Let's Plays, because I like to do them really, like, traditional, right? And I get it. Like, traditional Let's Plays, they're fun for me to make, but they're clearly not very fun to watch. Because, unfortunately, I have noticed that, you know, I will pour hours upon hours into Let's Playing a game for no one to watch it. Welcome to YouTube, I guess. But essentially, it's not necessarily a way to try and get more views. It's also just me, in general, trying to just not make my content as lazy. Because let's be honest, while it might be fun to just sit down and record a video of a game, and then upload it with a thumbnail with a funny little number with a hashtag in the bottom like left corner with the logo on the top right, and the thumbnail just be an image taken from that episode. While that might be all fun and dandy, you gotta remember, it's not the most, it's kind of lazy. Like, let's just keep it a buck here. It's pretty lazy. Yeah, it's fun to do it that way, because you don't have to put in that much work and can kind of just upload to your heart's content, but unfortunately, it's not the most effort being put into that type of content. So, I want to try out something new. And hey, if I don't like it, at the end of the day, if I don't like it, then I'll probably just go back to traditional Let's Plays. It all depends. I might do a mix of both. Some Let's Plays might be more edited and have, like, the numbering system gone, or I don't know, whatever I'm gonna do with that. And some Let's Plays might just be traditional. It all depends on what I really want to do. The thing I will go over, though, is, the one-off video thing. Because now the plan is, if I start playing through a game, right, and I end up not liking the game at a certain point, or it just starts getting so bad that I just, like, something happens to where I lose a lot of interest, and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about playing this anymore, I am now going to allow myself to drop games. Now, it hasn't happened in a very long time, very, very long time, that I've ever had to do that. But that's because I mostly play Nintendo games. The thing is, now that I'm going to be trying out a lot of different games from other companies and, like playing them on the channel, and like this and that, now that that's going to be happening, and that's going to be almost a main type of content I make, I don't want to be stuck with a game that I'm not going to be enjoying. That's just kind of the way that it's going to be. So, essentially the point is, I'm probably going to start it with Yakuza 1 if I do end up deciding to Let's Play the Yakuza series. But my plan is, I'm going to make these videos in a type of style where they're all meant to be one-off in a way. For example, there could be 4 episodes to the Yakuza Let's Play, but that doesn't mean I'm guaranteed to go through the whole game. I might. There's a good chance I will if I have already 4 parts out, but it's no longer going to be a guarantee. And another reason why is, like I said earlier, I am going to try editing my content more. I don't know how I'll do it, but I think the general plan here is going to be, how my Let's Plays, depending on what game it is, it could be 30 minutes to an hour per episode. I think going forward, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and make each episode be 2 hours worth of recording, but it's going to be cut down to around 1 hour, like usual. That's kind of my plan. So basically, each episode, I will be not live streaming it like my supercuts, because I think the live streaming portion of me making my supercuts is what really badly burned me out. I am going to just be recording me playing the game for like 2 hours, and then, I will be cutting down the video to where both hours of content will be suppressed into 1 hour. So basically, you're still watching the same usual 1 hour video from me. However, you're getting more of the game in that 1 hour than you normally would. And like I said, this will not be applying to all games, and this is not even going to start till after Yokai Watch 3. So the next 3 Let's Plays will have nothing to do with this system. I just thought I would announce it now, because this is something I'm 100% going to try doing with Yakuza, most likely. The idea is, if I start the game, and I am enjoying it, then cool, we keep recording the game. But if not, I can stop at any time. The point is supposed to be that I'm not just locked into a game anymore. I am allowed to just skip it, basically, if stuff starts going wrong. That can happen. And it probably will happen occasionally. I might try out a game, go, dang it, this is... Ooh, I really thought I'd like this. Because another reason why I want to do the whole quote-unquote one-off video system is, let's say I try out a game for a single episode. It's a great episode, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to make this a legit Let's Play series. Like, I don't know. Because some games, and this has happened before with Let's Plays I've done, there are some games I start Let's Playing and I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, I would probably enjoy this game way more if I was just playing it on my own time instead of Let's Playing it. And that happens. And in a moment where I would come to that conclusion, but I'm still like, dang it, that first episode was such a good recording though. I don't know if I want to scrap it. Well, who says I have to scrap it? Just release it as a one-off video. Let people at least enjoy the single episode of the game I played, you know? That's basically the plan. So, essentially, to just recap this whole video, basically, starting soon, Donkey Kong Bonanza Let's Play. After that is going to be Episode Igus, and after that is going to be Yokai Watch 3. After Yokai Watch 3, I am probably, this could change, but I am probably going to be trying out Yakuza, and starting out with Yakuza 1 on the channel. And with that Let's Play, I'm going to try out the new style of content I want to, where it's kind of a mix of what I was doing with Supercuts, but at the same time, it's also going to just be, you know, at the same time, it is just going to be something a bit new. It's basically trying to combine a mix of the traditional content I already make, traditional Let's Plays, mixed perfectly with the idea of a supercut that I've, like, come up with. That's basically what this is supposed to be. A combination of the two that should hopefully end well. And, you know, I'll probably be trying it out with Yakuza 1, and with that, we'll probably start one-off videos being a thing that may or may not happen. For all we know, I might not have a one-off video for 3 years, but all this is saying is that that will start being a possibility once I try out this new type of content. And, yeah. And the whole reason that, you know, of course, the other main thing is that Nintendo no longer takes priority. Nintendo, as much as I love it, the games are costing too much. I got lucky with Bonanza, I'm probably not getting lucky again. So, honestly, Nintendo no longer takes priority, which is why the first Let's Play after the Yokai Watch 3 will probably be Yakuza. Because it's just like, I'm going to be trying to push myself away from Nintendo a little bit to focus more on just other series made by other companies. So hey, things could still work out. I mean, hey, for all we know, I don't know what gameplay I'm going to use in the background of this video, because if you guys don't know, I usually do record the gameplay you see in the background. It's not just me taking it from some random gameplay channel. I usually go out of my way to record gameplay on a game I'm playing on whatever system, and I use it in the background for the fun of it. Who knows, the game in the background might have nothing to do with Nintendo. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do for that, because I usually decide that after the recording. But hey, for all we know, the gameplay you guys are seeing right now in the background might have, like, nothing to do with Nintendo. It could just be some random game on my Xbox, for all we know. It could even be freaking Overwatch gameplay. Who knows? Like, it could be anything, because going forward, Nintendo can no longer take priority on this channel thanks to the horrible pricing of their games. And with that all being said, oh my god, we are about to hit 25 minutes. I really need to start scripting these. I just go on a yap session until I'm satisfied. That's all these videos are. But basically, yeah, since we're about to hit 25 minutes, I am going to be ending this video here. And, yep, that's going to be it for the channel update. And I hope that now, since I've had my 2-month break, I should be feeling way better. Hopefully you guys will notice me being way more energetic in the videos that I'm going to be making now. And, yeah, that should be that. And I will see you guys probably within a couple days with the first episode of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Bye.